Welcome to the Deep Dive. I'm your host, Kevin Benedict, and I want to thank you for joining us today. I'm really excited to be able to welcome my guest, Susan Aoki. Thanks for joining us, Susan.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So Susan is the Vice President of Global Services at Digital Platforms at VMware.
Yes.
And you get to do all kinds of fun things.
I have the best job ever. Don't tell Pat, but I do think I have the best job at VMware.
So we'll dig into that. Before then, though, for those that haven't had the good fortune to meet you, talk to us a little bit about your background.
Oh, sure. So I have a long history of building products in traditional business units, products, services, SaaS. And I had the great opportunity to move into lead customer success organizations as well. And so within Digital Platform, we build the products and tools to support customers with an effortless experience. And I think I get to bring both of those worlds together.
So Susan, I keep hearing the term customer success. So my question is, how does customer success relate to customer service and customer support and customer experience? Are they all separate things or are they all the same thing? What's your perception?
Well, certainly the three really blend together. And so if we step back and we think about it from a customer perspective, all of them are about helping the customer realize more value from the product and technology. They're about making sure the customer you're delivering on the outcomes. The customer is getting business and technical value, meeting their objectives.
Okay.
And when you blend it together about your outcomes for the customer and their goals across every single touch point, you can really create customers for life.
So I see how it all blends together. So talk to us about your role here. So Vice President Global Services Digital Platform at VMware. What do you get to do on a daily basis?
So this is the best job at VMware, and it's such an exciting time because support is going through a digital transformation. It is very strategic, again, to how customers are realizing value. And so the team builds the product, services, enablement to support our customers with an effortless experience.
Okay.
We focus on 4 use cases. Proactive support, which for me is all about keeping the customer out of harm's way.
Okay.
And we're focused on self-service. So if the customer has an issue and they want to find out how to solve that, we can provide the content that is relevant to them when they want to find it and where they want to search. The third area is if the customer wants our help and they want to contact VMware, that we are delivering an omni-channel capability that we can meet them in whichever channel they prefer. And then the last area is really about the workforce, that we are providing the systems and the tools and capabilities that our engineers can provide a compelling experience, be very effective in resolving their needs. In all candor, I want every engineer to be the customer's hero.
Interesting. So walk us through kind of the history. What does support used to look like, and what does it look like today with these digital transformations?
Well, if I go back and we think about support 5 years ago, it was really reactive. But what's worse, it was an insurance policy. So if you think about it, I want to buy that product and I'm going to buy a support contract just in case I have a problem. And I don't want to use it because I don't want to have a problem and I don't want to have to call you.
Yes.
Right? But I have it just in case. If you look at where we are today and support being a very exciting industry, it's about helping customers realize more value from their technology purchases. And so at VMware, we are building a software-led support experience. We are building AI throughout the customer journey as a fabric to make sure that we can be more proactive, our marquee product being Skyline, that we can understand patterns faster forensics, and that we can more personalize the experience and deepen our intimacy, and again, how we collectively help build customers, hopefully for life.
Susan, you've used the word several times, proactive. What does proactive support mean to you?
Yeah, so I get up every day and I really want to make sure that our customers are incredibly successful with their investment in VMware. A cornerstone of our culture is both innovation and customer success. So proactive for me comes down to anticipating the customer's need and taking action before it occurs. That we ultimately, through proactive support, are keeping our customers out of harm's way. And that's very, very important to me personally and to our company.
Just coincidentally, I see that we're talking about Skyline.
Yeah, it's
Talk to
cool.
us about that. So that's proactive support,
Skyline.
right?
Absolutely. I love Skyline. So we have over 3,000 customers using Skyline today. And so it is our proactive support product. And what Skyline does is it securely collects, aggregates, analyzes the customer's environment. And then what we do is we compare it to best practices, recommendations, and using AI, we identify the customer where they may need to remediate issues, where they want to do it themselves, or if they want VMware technical support to help them with it. The other part that we do is we provide a view into the customer environment for our engineer so that they can see the full environment as they're remediating a specific issue. And we reduce the effort. We accelerate the time with how to get logs to the engineers with a capability called Log Assist. And so it is a pillar of our digital platform transformation.
So tell me about this. I've been involved in different product development meetings my whole career.
Yeah.
Was it your guys' idea first, or did customer expectations take you there?
Oh, that is such a great question. And isn't the true innovation is when there's a customer need, and by listening to the customer, and then you marry that with a lot of innovation.
Yes.
And that's where the magic truly happens. And so the answer is really both. We really understood that we could help keep our customers out of harm's way, as I said before, and really try and get in front of the issues for the customer so that they don't experience them. And then we put a lot of really great engineers and a lot of great innovators to look at how we can do that. You know, a pillar of VMware's culture is innovation.
Yes.
And this is just the two coming together, listening to understand how we can help the customer and innovating around the customer experience for them.
You know, I can think back a few years where a product like Skyline or a solution like Skyline would not even be possible because everything wasn't on the network, right?
Yeah.
So when we think about the evolution of technology within customer support and customer service, what did it take to make a product like Skyline possible? Was it everything had to be networked, everything had to be on the internet, you guys had to have visibility? It almost seems like there was like a machine-to-machine talking to each other too, so you're getting data from different machines so you can understand what's happening at the machine level. Talk to us about the technology evolution there.
Yeah, so I think that there's several things coming into the wave of innovation. So the way we approach Skyline is just not simple telemetry. It's really about the robustness and the rich set of features. And Skyline supports all of our portfolio within VMware.
Okay.
And so that's a key piece in terms of the range of technologies that we can support. The second part that has been a tremendous level of innovation is the advent in terms of cloud and SaaS services that is really building the topology and the ongoing service model to be able to provide that support real time as well. And we continue to innovate around this. We're innovating in terms of the technologies and the integration points, innovating around new capabilities around the user experience, and we're approaching it around more and more around the workflow in in terms of the journey of the customer and how Skyline evolves in terms of what we've got is a pretty exciting roadmap.
Oh, that's exciting. And we'll talk about a roadmap here in just a minute. But what is the business value of Skyline? Talk to us about that. Where are you really, where you can point to when you're talking to a CIO or somebody and say, here's really the areas where the biggest value is?
So our goal with Skyline is really about making our customers, helping our customers to be incredibly successful with their VMware environment. Mm-hmm. And because of that, it is available to customers who have production and premier services. Okay. It's not an additional billable item because we want the customers to take advantage of it. Now, from a customer lens perspective, the value for our customers is severalfold. One is we can identify when there's potential issues and we can let them know.
So even before they know?
Even before they know,
okay.
And indeed from a proactive perspective. And so what we can do is expose to them, here's the issues that you have in your environment. Maybe it's a configuration issue or a security issue, and we provide that recommendation, and we also provide a level of prioritization. Because the customer needs to know, do I need to take action now? Or maybe I want to plan for these capabilities and enhancement in my next downtime, in my next maintenance window, or during my next upgrade.
So you give them a score?
We give them a score.
Okay.
Yeah, we identify severe issues versus moderate issues, and we allow the customer to also move into a level of priority, whether they want to identify which set of findings I want to do now and which set of findings perhaps I want to mute for now and go address later.
I must say, Susan, that I've been in software for 33 years, a long time. And
I'm not counting. No counting over here.
And in those 33 years, there's always been software, but it just seems unfair today. Because back then, I had no visibility, right? You had actually put it on a CD or something and just send it out. And unless they called, it was invisible to you. So this is just not fair. So you as a developer, you get to see how it's being used, you get to read it, you get analytics, you get told what's wrong, what I have to fix.
Well, and also, you get to provide customer value a lot more frequently than way back when, right? Yeah. So the industry has been just amazing period of innovation. Innovation of SaaS, to your point before, innovation in networking. It's certainly an exciting time, and that's setting the groundwork, if you will, for why the digital transformation and why all of these capabilities are possible, right? The art of the possible is unlimited.
Absolutely, and I bet all of that impacts customer expectations from you.
Oh, yes.
How have you seen expectations kind of evolve during that same period of time?
I think our expectations of what we come to work is the same expectations as we have when we're at home or on the net, right? And so as we think about it is, I want you to anticipate my needs, right? I want you to be relevant. I want you to make it easy for me. And this is why the technology area of what we're doing in terms of the digital platform as part of global services is really focused on the customer's journey around their support experience and how we can use technology to remove complexity for our customer and then to amplify effectiveness for our engineers in working our customer issues.
I love that, using technology to make technology disappear. Really, make it simpler on everyone by using technology to remove that complexity. So I'm going to reach over here.
We don't want technology to disappear. We like technology. Okay. We want it to work better.
But it doesn't have to be front and center because that's a distraction, right?
Well, we want technology for business value.
Yeah, there we go. So if I reach over here and I move my crystal ball.
Yeah.
And I say, let's look at the future. Okay, so where do you see the future of customer support and proactive support and all that? Where's it going in the next 5 years?
So we have incredibly ambitious goals, and we are eagerly and aggressively working to realize those goals. And so as we look going forward, as a software-led support model, Our goal in global services is to be the most proactive, customer-obsessed team delivering an unrivaled experience. And to do that, we are making ML and AI pervasive across the customer journey. Proactive support, self-service, omni-channel, as well as how our engineers interact with as our workforce. And so as we do this, a couple of examples, we talked a lot about Skyline.
Yeah.
But let me move on from that. We're using AI to personalize search for our customers, to make it easier to find the information that's relevant to them.
Interesting.
And to the expectations. We're also using AI and natural language processing to reimagine how our customers open cases, and then how we classify those cases and route the case to the right expert. The sooner, the better we know the customer environment and do that very easy for the customer with NLP, the better that description can empower the engineer so that we've got the right person on the front line working that customer. And all of that is through the magic and power of machine learning and AI.
Wow, that sounds brilliant, because I can imagine that if you, through a product like Skyline where you already have visibility into so much, if that can be associated with a case that's open immediately.
Exactly. That's the art of the possible,
Yeah.
and how that brings together. And that's another reason why we think of this in terms of the customer journey, and how these new technologies allow us to reimagine and really innovate around new capabilities that are compelling, not only that make us more effective, but also make it easier for the customer, because that's what will drive loyalty, and hopefully we can build customers for life.
Oh yeah, and especially in a subscription economy where it's not a once and done acquisition or a transaction.
Right.
It's you're taking care of these people and you're maintaining a relationship with these people forever. So anything that you do that makes their life simpler and better and faster, more value, just going to benefit everyone.
Yeah, what a luxury to come to work every day and just to get to innovate to how you get to make a customer successful.
I love it.
Again, I said it's the best job at VMware.
Yeah, that's so exciting. Susan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yes,
It's a
and I want to
pleasure.
thank you guys for tuning in.